This has serious implications on the New York Knicks as we have multiple updates to go over on the team right now and how the New York Knicks will have to overcome some adversity and also will be making some changes to their team imminently as well that have been forced upon them. There's a lot to talk about on the New York Knicks right now as they are in the NBA's in-season tournament NBA Cup. They are in Vegas and are getting ready for the semifinal round so they could try to make the finals for the NBA Cup and try to win an award for a Knicks team and franchise that has been waiting for at least something to celebrate. And guys, before we jump into all of it, if you are part of that 56% that's not subscribed to Knicks Digest, make sure to go ahead and subscribe so you don't miss a single New York Knicks update. We have videos coming out every single day on the New York Knicks breaking down all the latest news, rumor reports, trade comments, and everything else regarding the Knicks. We will have updates on every single day right after they come out. Alongside that, it's all the greatest stuff if you want to know everything about the Knicks. But let's jump into the video, guys. We have multiple updates because the Knicks are going to be making some changes to this team while they are away in Vegas right now. As we know, a couple nights ago, Deuce McBride did go down with an ankle injury, and there was a lot of fear surrounding what exactly the injury was. How long is Deuce going to be out? How serious is it? What's going to happen? And we did see some comments from Stefan Bondy hinting that it very well likely could be a high ankle sprain. If you do have a high ankle sprain, it's not uncommon to miss around 6 weeks for that, which would mean Deuce McBride would be returning sometime around the middle of January. Obviously, that would be a nightmare scenario. The Knicks have not been great without Deuce, and he's been one of the most important players on the team all season long. The Knicks need Deuce to be their best, and with a new update from Ian Begley, it has been revealed that Miles McBride with the left ankle sprain will be reevaluated in 1 week. McBride has been sidelined since he suffered an ankle injury in the Knicks' win over the Orlando Magic on December 7th. Now, a couple days later, we are looking at Deuce being out for at least a week. Deuce, in 27 minutes per game, starting some of these games and also coming off the bench as the team's sixth man some other times, depending on matchups and rotations and who's healthy. He's been phenomenal no matter where you put him. Putting up 11.5 points per game, 2.6 rebounds, and 2.5 assists, while getting nearly a steal per game and shooting 44% from three, including 41% on the corner and 43% from the field, given 68% of his shots are coming from behind the arc. Deuce is having his best season in the NBA. He's been arguably... he's been one of the best point-of-attack defenders on the Knicks. You could argue that he's been their best point-of-attack guy. And Deuce has just been absolutely imperative to this Knicks team for the last couple of seasons now, and none more than this year. Deuce has taken on a combo guard role where sometimes he is running the one, sometimes he's at the two, and he looks comfortable anywhere. Wherever you want to put Deuce, he's happy to fill in where he has to and play his role, and he plays it quite well if you ask literally any Knicks fan. I'm a massive Deuce McBride fan. I feel like I don't talk about that much, how much I absolutely love Deuce. If I were to get another Knicks jersey, he'd probably be the next one on the list, or maybe Mikal Bridges, but not the point. The point is that Deuce, his shooting leap especially, has been the main thing that's made him such a valuable player. Again, I've said it before, he reminds me of Avery Bradley on the Celtics back in the day. Deuce, 8th in three-point percentage right now, or was on December 6th, was 8th in three-point percentage, had more three-point attempts per game than 6 or 7 of the players ahead of him, or 6 of the 7 players ahead of him, and had a career high, or has a career high, a season still well going on. He has a career high of 62.1% true shooting, and his three-point attempt rate is better than ever. Now, the Knicks are plus 14.27 with him on the floor, and the second highest swing on the team, only behind OG Anunoby, who we know not only is putting up excellent stats, but also is, as you can see, the man right above me, is the king of the non-seen stuff, the stuff that doesn't get put on the stat sheets, but ultimately helps with winning games. With all that in mind, it's obvious how important Deuce McBride is to this team, and that's never going to change. Deuce's importance is absolutely vital to the Knicks' success. They are 1-3 when Deuce does not play. However, at the same time, we are going to have to watch a team without Deuce for at least a week, and something important to remember here regarding Deuce, regarding him right now, is that... Why do I say regarding so much? Almost did again. With Deuce specifically, he is someone who he plays a lot of different guard roles for the team and is their best guard who's usually coming off the bench, as he's been a bench player for a while now. Being the team's sixth man, the Knicks are going to have to make some adjustments to what their rotation looks like during the NBA Cup. Jordan Clarkson's minutes will go up. Clarkson has had games where he's looked very good and games where he hasn't. He's putting up 10 points and 2 rebounds with an assist and a half per game, and is only shooting 29% from three, which is worrisome. He's also shooting 43% from the field, which isn't great. Again, Clarkson's had his great games. He's also had his not so great games. And then on top of that, Tyler Kolek is the guy who it feels like will be getting the biggest minutes bump because of this. Kolek won the season, is averaging 3.6 points per game and 2 assists per game, has been very, very good, while shooting 45% from the field and 30% from three. Kolek's big fear was the fact that he wasn't shooting the three ball consistently, and I know 30% is not good. I'm not saying it's good, but it was worse earlier on in the season. So he is becoming more and more comfortable shooting at the NBA level. He always graded out as someone who would shoot well in the NBA, so we're starting to see that happen. Last year, playing really inconsistent minutes definitely was not helpful towards that. Now his minutes have been a bit more consistent. He's not going on the court for half a second and then coming right off. It's just that's not the way that Mike Brown's doing things, which has been helpful for TK. On top of that, when we look at this team, it's going to be really important that Kolek plays well. Here's the thing, though. When you look at Tyler Kolek's numbers over the last 5 games, the numbers are fine when you look at them at a glance. 4.2 points, 1.4 rebounds, 2.2 assists in 11.6 minutes per game. All that's completely fine. Where we get worried is when we look at the advanced numbers, the on-court / off-court situation, where we see that the team with Kolek off the floor has a positive 93 plus minus, and their net rating is 25.9 with a 134 offensive rating and a 108 defensive rating. Meanwhile, when Kolek's on the floor, things start to not look as good, with a minus 27 plus minus, a minus 22.5 net rating, and a 113.2 offensive rating. So a massive, massive swing with him off the floor. I mean, and when he gets on the floor, it's worse. When he gets off the floor, it's a massive swing in the right direction. When he gets put on, it's a massive swing in the wrong direction. And the defensive rating also gets considerably worse at a 135.7. Defense has been a bit of a problem for the Knicks this year compared to what it's been the years prior. They are still top 10 in defense, but they're number 10 right now, so it is making things pretty difficult for them. Their defense does need to come along. Mike Brown has been good at coaching defense in the past as well, so that is something what we could bank on, but at the same time, it is worrisome to see that Tyler Kolek has struggled the amount that he has on the court recently. It doesn't look like it's making that much of a difference, though. When you just watch the eye test, it doesn't feel that way. So that also is something to be well aware of. Now, on top of that, we also do have some other stuff to go over on the Knicks, as the Knicks have recalled 3 players from their Westchester Knicks team so they could have them for the NBA Cup. All the guys are regulars on the roster, being Pacome Dadier, Mohamed Diawara, and Ariel Hukporti were all called back up. So those 3 will be here. The Knicks did announce this, their PR team announced this recently, that all 3 of those guys will be ready and depth pieces for that NBA Cup run that the Knicks hope to go on. Right now, we look at all the guys, they've all been very important. We've seen Mohamed Diawara has only appeared in 2 games, but those games he's appeared in, he's looked very, very good, putting up 16.5 points per game with 7 rebounds and 4 assists. He's also shooting 33% from 3, and his field goal percentage is not bad either. So when we look at Diawara, he's been someone who's gone to the G League and has shown that he's got some real talent. I just did a video on that if you want to check it out. Meanwhile, Pacome Dadier has been the biggest mainstay of anyone at the G League level of these 3 guys. Pacome has appeared in most of the G League's games for the or most of the Westchester Knicks G League games thus far. The shooting percentages are not good, but the raw numbers do come and get a bit more exciting when you just look at everything that he's doing. Right now, to be very clear, these are the numbers of Ariel Hukporti. So he barely ever plays in the G League, but on the sense of Hukporti, he has been absolutely phenomenal in his last G League game, putting up 21 points, 11 rebounds, 2 assists, and 4 blocks. Also, I was just dead wrong. This graphic's completely off. I'm not going to pretend like it's not. Thought I had the right one, and I absolutely do not, because I truly don't even... That should be Pacome Dadier. Pacome's putting up 15 points per game in the G League right now. He looks very good in the G League. The Knicks have called him up. I don't expect Dadier or Diawara to really get in the game whatsoever in these next 2 NBA Cup games. It just feels completely unlikely. Obviously, there's more of a chance with Ariel Hukporti, considering Mitchell Robinson has been held out of games before for health reasons and just to keep him healthy, precautions, all that stuff. And then on top of that, we also have seen Karl-Anthony Towns recently struggle with some calf tightness. So I do imagine that Huck Porty is the easiest way to playing time right now. Meanwhile, Diawara and Dottie will be doing what they've been doing for the majority of this season thus far, being pure depth who will get garbage time minutes and really not much more. But guys, what do you think? Do you want to see Dottie or Diawara start to break the rotation a little bit more often? Specifically, Diawara has looked very good at the G League level. Again, Dottie has too. He's putting up 18 points per game. He's playing really well. But the shooting numbers have still not been great. Shooting under 30% from 3 and under 40% from the field is a little bit worrisome. Meanwhile, Diawara, his numbers are a little bit cleaner. Would you want to see either of them get in the rotation? Do you want to see Huck Porty become more of a mainstay after the good run that he's been on? Do you want to see Tyler Kolek get some more minutes because Deuce is out for a little bit? Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Like this video, subscribe, turn on post notifications. Have a great day. Go Knicks.